Hi, this is Tom Hess, and I'm glad you've come to check out this video on how to teach guitar. Although you may already be teaching, or you might be a totally new teacher, one thing that you've probably recognized from other teachers that you know, or perhaps teachers that you've taken lessons from in the past, is that the best guitar players don't necessarily make the best guitar teachers. I've had some guitar teachers in my life that were excellent players, but were only mediocre teachers. And I've had other teachers who were mediocre players, but were excellent teachers. And of course, I've had excellent players and excellent teachers. The point that I want to talk to you about is what makes a great teacher. Okay, and as I just described, it's not necessarily your playing skills that's going to determine how well you are going to be able to help other people become great players themselves or reach their musical goals or whatever it is that they want to do. And I think that there's a big misconception about what it takes to become a really great guitar teacher and have all the benefits that come from that. Personal fulfillment for you, personal fulfillment for your students, and of course the ability to make a lot more money along the way. One of the things that's going to be very important if you're here to get more value and offer more value to your students is that you need to understand on an individual basis what motivates each individual student that you have. And one of the big mistakes that teachers make is they over years of teaching, they form sort of habits about how they approach things, how they approach inspiring and motivating students, how they approach explaining one concept or another concept, and they use the same general approach all the time. Well, as you probably experienced from being a student yourself and or being a teacher yourself, is that it doesn't work that way for all people. Right? Some people learn or process things in a different way. Some people are motivated by positive reinforcement and encouragement, and some people are motivated by other things. You really have to get down to the core of what motivates your individual students, because your students' motivation to learn from you and respect what you're doing and ultimately practice and implement what you're teaching, this is much more important than your actual teaching skills. Okay? So if you're attempting to sharpen your skills on how you explain how music theory works, that's good. It's good that you should do that. But your student will receive more benefit from your ability to be able to inspire and motivate him or her than he or she will get from you just getting better at explaining a music theory concept or whatever. So although your teaching skills in those areas are very important, motivation for students to practice and learn and be inspired is the #1 single greatest factor that's going to ultimately determine how good your students get and how great of an impact you can have on their guitar playing and ultimately on their life. I have a free resource for you to check out, and there's a link at the bottom of this video. I'd like you to come to my website, check out that link, and discover the free resource that will help you to determine what your strengths and weaknesses are as a guitar teacher, both in terms of how you're approaching teaching, how you approach motivating students, and also how you approach the business aspect of your teaching and how much money you're able to make and the things that you're doing there as well. So come to my website, the link is below, and you're going to be so glad that you did. When I was starting out teaching, I wished that I had had a resource like this, which was ultimately free, to be able to launch my teaching skills and ultimately my teaching business for my benefit and just as importantly for the benefit of all the students I've taught over the years. Come to my website now. I'll help you improve as a teacher.